Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken in at the 1. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Gets around him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Alert, alert, alert.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott.
Switch.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 60 out ball. 54. Let's pick it up.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Let's go. Hey, Tucson. Hey, man. What?
From the gun on 3rd down, Gomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Nkemdiche able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Mike 5-4. Watch the run. Tight. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Check.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Squeeze, double. Check the hot read.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Allen. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Allen now throwing again. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action. Now it's Allen. And the pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
49's the mic. Watch 49. I'm going to run you over.
56.
Five.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They begin to drive with Johnson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
I got you. I got you. Let's go.
On 3rd and 2, Gomes. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. Gomes. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Looking to throw. Gomes. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Back to throw. Gomes. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll start the drive with Elliott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On first down, Pollard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cooper was the intended target. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Gomes. He's going to find Gallup here complete. A gain there of 21 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. First and 10 at the 19. They give to Johnson going right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on fourth down. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on fourth and very short. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to break up fourth. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Pollard. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
First down, and it's Pollard again. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From midfield, here's Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
And an Eagles first down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Rip left, rip left.
Looking to throw. Gomes going to take a shot for Gallup. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 60 yards.
Ready, set. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Marcus, defense, Marcus. Switch it.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board and get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Flat 64, weak.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making him...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
He's crazy. He's checking crazy. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 23 yards the pickup there.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, He seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run with Pollard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Here's Pollard. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a gain of 14.
Here's Pollard again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first down carry by Elliott. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. That good for 19 and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Elliott. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2 times. 2 times. 4 together.
Run for Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Allen. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. On first down, Gomes got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game, they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Gomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Gomes, screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Whip. Watch the whip. Box try. Ready, go.
On 4th down, Gomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
We got 3. 3 down. Middle. Check 49. Check. Slam. SOS.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. A strong running. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Throwing now is Allen. And no, it's incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Over the middle, complete. It's Graves. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point safely through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Eagles 17. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. So they start on the ground with Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
It's 4th down.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We'll go.